has been a long ass fucking day for me, so not really in that much of a mood, but just gonna promote the stream. And yeah, as you can see, I was so hoping that this draft board would be done here, but it is unfortunately not. If we take a look, the exposures, the reason I wanted it done was so that I could have my exposures in. However, it's not the end of the world. We can just get into another draft here, but super excited to be here drafting. This is the only cheap quote unquote draft left. This one's gonna fill when there's roughly 110,000 contestants, so not too much left here. 350k prize pool, best ball, 2 1 5, there's 1 out of 6, 1 out of 5, 310. Way too low of a rake. It has your best opportunity cost here, so we're just gonna get into one of these. I want to be drafting in these as much as possible, at least until they make the new ones, so we'll see exactly what happens there, but yeah. Yeah. You know the drill. If we get a draft where we can pick up Christian McCaffrey, putting on the jersey, if not, you're gonna see me in a wife beater as usual. Yeah. I set up the third monitor here, which is not really a third monitor. It's the iPad, but you know, I'm not willing to invest into the setup that I'm gonna barely be living at. And frankly, this was my monitor. I left it here for one school year, and all of a sudden it's no longer my monitor. So I have no interest in buying new cool things here, and losing those as well. But yeah, we have a video coming out as well about the LaMelo Ball situation. Whew. Crazy. And this is taking a while to fill up. This is a $7 draft. I'm just confirming because, you know, you could see a $500 draft fill up this fast. And what pick are we gonna get? Pick 6. Ooh. This is the pick where I will reach on Amon-Ra because I don't want to take JT and McCaffrey. This will not be a McCaffrey draft no matter what. Because if any of the top 5 fall out because someone has taken my guy, I'm taking them. But I highly doubt that happens. The biggest case is that JSN falls out, which I'm okay with taking JSN if he falls out. Don't think that, as a 49ers fan, that he deserves to fall out. It's kind of high praise coming from someone who very much does not like him, but let me see what I can do here. Just looking for good thumbnails. But yeah, more than likely we're gonna get Amon-Ra. Second most likely is JSN. And then third is probably going to be Puka. But yeah, I think almost 100% that we're going to get Jonathan Taylor. Or not get Jonathan Taylor or CMC in this. Gibbs, I'm assuming Bijan. It's one of my most drafted names, but Bijan, I'm assuming Jamar Chase here. Do we really take the entire clock to pick Jamar Chase? Why is it showing me my iPad? It's weird. Puka, JSN, and we're gonna take our guy in Amon-Ra. Looks good at minicamp, I guess, so that's pretty awesome. Amon-Ra is someone that we have taken a lot, so it is important that we're going here and using the partner's left tool here. We've somehow gotten him with Devon Achane, which is really something. Guess you just saw I was listening to Hips Don't Lie. Love it, love it, love it, love it. Gonna turn on my airdrop real quick. For some reason it's not working. Devon Achane, Marion Hampton, Kenneth Walker, Devonta Smith. So these three are the people I'm getting him the most with. In this situation, doesn't look like I'm even getting any of them. I obviously will never be taking Derrick Henry here. I will be taking AJ Brown or Drake London. So, and anyone else that falls to us, I'll be taking as well. So, I have no issues here. Hampton is no longer available. Achane still on the board. Probably going to go off here. Chase Brown. Achane probably gone here. I don't see anyone reaching for Derrick Henry ever. I'm assuming that Drake London will go. But, yeah. Yeah, Achane goes at 17. Great pick for that guy. And we now don't really need to worry about who we have paired up here. We're going to turn the over correlator on. I knew that this was going to happen. I'm not taking Derrick Henry here. As you can see, Brock Bowers is my highest ranked name. I'm going to take AJ Brown here. But, yeah, let's see what happens if I do this. Because I think it's just going to go to my iPad. Ooh, and I'm ignoring the girlfriend, so I don't really want to, like, do that. I don't understand why they did this nonsense on the MacBook where screenshots are now changed in resolution and everything. It was super unnecessary. God damn it, my phone wasn't on charging in the past 10 minutes, so it died. You have no idea what I've been dealing with this fucking phone, trying to get a new one instead. I'm just super pissed. I wish I never initiated the process of getting a new one, because it just gives you the little bit of hope that something's gonna happen, and life sucks, so nothing good will ever happen for you in life, and you should never assume that it will. We've taken a lot of Achane Jr. here, Kyron as well. No Malik. We have taken Zay, so I'm going to put Malik up here for now. With no... Yeah. And, ooh, this is pretty weird. I'm not really that big of a fan of this. But... 3 wide receivers. We may try the no running backs in the first 5-6 rounds method here. which is not that great in my opinion, but we're seeing running backs go off the board really fast. Where Kyron's off at 31. I like a team with Drake May and Drake May and what's his name? I hope. Oh, that is actually doing that on your guys' side. It will be a little dark for a second. That is my bad. But yeah. And we'll just see if this works out a little bit better. But we're going to go ahead and try to do what we're doing. Josh Allen goes to the James Cook team, which has been apparently a trend. Certain people think that it's not the best move. I honestly don't dislike it because I don't think that while Josh Allen's play doesn't correlate with, how good, for instance, like James Cook getting a rushing touchdown doesn't mean that Josh Allen is going to have a good game. But you need James Cook to be playing well for Josh Allen to play well. And we have seen that historically. But see, we don't have Cam Scattaboo. We're going to fade that idea. Take Cam Scattaboo as RB1. And probably just load up on running backs here. This is definitely going to be a 5 running back draft. Maybe a 6 receiver draft. I think taking Malik Neighbors here is a little bit sketchy, but we'll see what happens there. I kind of like this auto-generated thumbnail that I got, but it's not gonna get clicks because no one knows who I am. And ooh, I did not put a description here, did I? I did not. While we're finishing the editing of this video, as you can see, super unprofessional kid. None of y'all be watching this shit. So I'm gonna do that. And I'm gonna do me, just crank out enough volume, see what happens. But yep, we're gonna go ahead and just copy this up and publish it, and we're just gonna straight up promote. We're about to be on the clock here, so let's go ahead and take our pick. I'm not trying to take Devontae. I would love a Quinshon Judkins, who is gone. I don't think I had Bashal Tootin ranked high enough for me to have any of him here. So we'll take 2 RB1s that are not that great, but overall make me feel a lot better here, maybe somewhat more valuable. If we get Jadarian Price here, I would feel great with this team, where we have the elite receivers in Amon-Ra St. Brown and A.J. Brown, but we'll have to see what happens here. And we're just gonna have to pin this one, which my previous video did super well for some reason. LaMelo Ball, Stephon Castle, Dylan Harper, Devin Vassell, Victor Wembanyama. Yeah, you are a madman if you think that we would be able to get this. Oh my god. Pulls up Makai Lemon and then also takes Hurts? Are we serious? Takes Makai Lemon 14 picks early and Hurts 9 picks early. Like, what are we doing? I don't mind not getting Jadarian Price because at this point I want to get one of these good quarterbacks. And oh, Hurts is still getting registered as AJ Brown. We don't want Hurts. That's good because I have Hurts ranked above everyone else. So that's a little bit scarier. Yeah, I'm kind of stupid there. That wasn't even a draft assistant mistake. That was a me mistake. But let's see what's going on here. We're gonna go ahead, recopy that link. I really hope that I didn't just fucking post the same thing. Oh, okay. Awesome. We're gonna go to this live stream and drop a quick little like. We're gonna put this video link down here. Shout out. We're gonna pin it. We're gonna have this should change to my live settings. This is what I wanted to see. You don't see these reactions when you're streaming, so I don't understand what the point of them are. But we see Parker Washington go at 75. I would be pretty chill with getting a Ramondre here. I'm not huge on DK Metcalf, but I would be bigger on Tony Pollard here. Just taking the RB1 upside, and we don't even have to make the choice. Oh, we have Bayshell Tootin. I was gonna say, how in the world do we have any Trevor Lawrence stack here? Yeah, we have Bayshell Tootin though, so not something too crazy. I get the notification here. Ah. Interesting. We'll see who we get here. I don't want to be taking Bayshell Tootin's quarterback, really. That's not really a efficient draft strategy in my opinion, but yeah, at this point I'm good with getting back on track with the receivers. Even checked out and returned WNBA reaps what it sows. I mean, yeah, the things I've been seeing that happens to Caitlin Clark is really interesting. Lexi held fist to Caitlin Clark's neck. Like, what is everyone doing? Like, I've been hearing the sentiment for like years now that WNBA players are not a fan of Caitlin Clark. I just don't get it. Half of your salaries are increasing because of Caitlin Clark. Respectfully, she has brought so much coverage to the league. Not even saying as a women don't deserve to get paid this much for sports. It's a Caitlin Clark is. If Caitlin Clark was in the NBA, she would have increased the NBA revenue with how crazy of a character she is. Probably meaning that NBA players would get more. I guess you could say that for Wemby, and I made this comparison earlier that Wemby is the Caitlin Clark of the NBA, and vice versa. Ooh, and we could take him here and get Jacoby Myers later on, which I'm gonna do, just because I don't have a lot of Trevor Lawrence. As you can see, I have one team with Trevor Lawrence. And we can do a really interesting strategy here where we avoid drafting the third quarterback until our very last pick and take one of the upside quarterbacks, because generally speaking they're not going to play anyway. What are the chances that maybe you get a couple usable? The Parker Washington team takes Jacoby Myers. Are we serious? We could ink Brent Strange after his new contract. And ooh. We're gonna just update our stream name. And make it after the GOAT Terion Arnold, who's giving me content here. Oh my god. Instant fucking views for some reason. Let's real quick before we work on getting... Oh, that looks so good, but I'm not gonna do it because that means we're super uninvested here. I want to take Pittman. I'm gonna do it. I don't like that. Let's get the draft board back aligned. I'm gonna need to get used to how I'm doing this, but yeah, I don't know why I am like unable to process in my head how I am doing these streams, but I'm gonna undo this repost and repost the Terion Arnold one and see what happens. But yeah, we have some people hitting the profile today. I just saw 49ers tweet. Oh, come back to me, come back to me. Assuming Jackson Dart there. People think that Michael Wilson might get traded. I just saw a horrible 3-team trade and I might throw it. Ooh, Dobbs could be interesting. We could take our first tight end in Kittle here. I want to get Kittle as his value is kind of rising before it hits a peak. I know that you don't see any changes in ADP yet, but the way he's running, the way that Purdy has used Kittle as a primary target, I would be more than happy taking Kittle here. But let's see who we get at wide receiver 3, where we have options like Jalen Coker. I don't really care about this anymore. With overcorrelations on, yeah, everyone's gonna be overcorrelated. I need to change how that works. I might have to do where people are in 4 or more, but we have some pretty interesting options here on what we can do. Coker goes. This team has taken so many receivers. no quarterbacks, basically filling out every other position first. And yeah, they lose out on Kyler Murray. Maybe could be a reason, but I don't like that at all. I do not like that at all. I mean, going back to back here when you have, I'm sure there's a quarterback on the board right now, and like, oh no, because are we? No, we're at the point where Tyler Shuck is on the board. At this point, just grab a quarterback for the sake of grabbing one. I don't want any of these guys. I don't really want Khalil Shakir. Coker and Higgins go to the crazy dude. Mark Andrews has touchdown upside. Jake Ferguson, yeah, whatever. I'm kind of indifferent there. So I'm just going to take Andrews. Yeah. Just means I'm more invested in a fucking tight end that I don't even like. But 2 tight ends in a row just because that's what this area situates to. And we're going to probably need to hit our hay on receivers again. Again, we have the main 3 guys that are going to be starting and potentially a flex here. Even though I do think that Tony Pollard will flex in here and there. But the way that we have drafted, our starting lineup looks pretty nasty with Drake May, Amon-Ra St. Brown, AJ Brown, Malik Neighbors if he can stay healthy, Cam Scatterbo, Bashal Toon, and if Malik Neighbors is not healthy, we get Michael Pittman replacing him. If he is healthy, he may be in the flex, or Tony Pollard will be in the flex. At tight end, we got George Kittle, Mark Andrews. Mark Andrews really to get those early week touchdowns, but after that, really getting some more George Kittle as he ramps up. And let's see what, if we get the opportunity, this may be my first Travis Hunter share. Where I believe the reports. I know that everyone is very skeptical on believing reporters these days, but I will be one to believe them. And ooh, if Chris Rodriguez comes down, I think it's just because the Bashal Tootin news, but I'm not too interested in taking one of my running backs in a running back weak team being the 1B to my 1A. I'm not a big fan of monopolizing, but could be something interesting here. Cam Ward with Tony Pollard is not that interesting to me. Let's see what happens here with Travis Hunter. Is that the... We're going to check this in a second. If Rodriguez falls, we'll just monopolize. Because I don't want to be more invested in Shaheed than I am right now. This is such a weird range to pick. I don't want to take Cam Ward at all. And we might have to. I'm going to take Woody Marks most likely. Shaheed, CJ Stroud, Woody Marks is in a whole different tier for me. I just don't want to have that much Shaheed. Catch up at wide receiver after starting off so strong. And we may have balanced ourselves out now, where we're taking 5 receivers, or 5 running backs, and the rest are receivers. I would like a Hunter Henry share here, because that could be really interesting. Cam Ward goes off. Maybe not the best idea to skip out on him, but I'm going to live with that all day. All day. I love Cam Ward, by the way. Drafted him in fucking... Where are my messages? Guess I just leaked it for a second. Apologize, not that it matters to y'all because y'all aren't actually watching. There's no y'all, but we're seeing Sam Darnold is falling. Oh, I wanted to see who took him. Why? So disgusting. Jennings is actually really interesting here, but I'm not taking him. Oh, we might have needed to take Bren Strange. Oh, that might have been a really poor decision. I might let his ADP rise a little bit because there are people who don't believe he's as good as he is and may now believe he's a little bit better because of the contract, so I'll let it rise. I'm not willing to early invest. I wanted Kenyon Sadiq here, but we're not going to get him. So, or before we decided to make the move that we did. I have no idea where Debo is going to play, if I'm going to be honest. I don't think he's going to play in the NFL. Maybe. Wow, my video has been recommended to me. My own video. We'll see what it says. But right now, not showing many stats, but the tweet is showing hella stats. So we'll see what happens here. Let's go ahead and make this pick, and then let's talk terion Arnold for a second. But Isaac Tesla, think Bigsby. The fact that Brent Strange falls to us potentially here is super disappointing because we did not want to see that. But he didn't fall, so that's nice to see. We'll take Trey Tucker here. And let's go ahead and pull this up here. What I'll do is instead of lifting, let's go here. Terion Arnold. I don't need the reporter's name actually, but let's just get a screenshot of this in. And this is what we're dealing with here with terion Arnold. Armed robbery and kidnapping. Holy cow. Whoa, this guy just went 3. He went Bryce Young, Fernando Mendoza, and Geno Smith. These guys can't stay out of jail. This has been an NFL offseason of just people going to jail. And I don't know what is happening. Because NFL players are not the cleanest, obviously. We're going to take Zachariah Branch. He's definitely my favorite out of the 3 here. But, we're probably going to take a running back over here. But this is at a certain point getting concerning. What this means is, I mean, he's facing a life sentence, so this is serious. If he gets that life sentence, I mean, obviously he's never playing football again. I think in general he may never play football again. You don't just throw the maximum sentence of life out there without there being a certain amount of merit here. I just don't understand what this connection with, whether he knew a guy and he's like helping his people out, but I think this is insane. And this becomes like a huge issue for the Lions here. where they were trying to get back on track. Their defense has definitely fallen off after they lose their DC and Aaron Glenn. They're one of their best defensive players who maybe didn't have a great season last year, but is definitely still one of their best defensive players, is not going to be back. It's going to be interesting. I think the North just got a little bit more interesting on who's going to win it. To me, ooh, don't tell me Doncic is going to fall. That's my favorite guy in the world. He doesn't fall. So, that's pretty good. You need a tight end, just take him. Oh, and they don't even take him. They take Terrence Ferguson? I like Tank Dell. I like Tank Dell more than Zachariah Branch. We got 7 receivers. We're going to take a 5th running back here in the huge fallers in Katron Allen and Braylon Allen. And then we're going to just queue up a few quarterbacks after that on who I think could be useful. I don't want Tua anymore. I have so much of him. I would rather even take Penix, who I don't think he's going to be anything this season, but I want to take one of these later quarterbacks because I think we're pretty strong here at quarterback at 7 and 11. Let's see which running back falls to us. If we get Nick Singleton, I will be pretty happy. I highly doubt it. It's already 10:53. I kind of want to get some 82 and 0 in tonight, but we'll see what happens. But yeah, terion Arnold might be cooked. Like, actually cooked. And that means that we may see another trade coming in here by the Lions to get a cornerback. You see a video of Stephon Diggs still doing some off-season training with the University of Maryland guy. Doesn't really mean too much. Just saw that in the news section. Yeah. Nothing crazy going on here, but it's cool to see. There's like no way I can blow through all this money in this much time, which is why I put in this much, but we're not gonna get... Oh, we do get Nick Singleton and Emmett Johnson. I would rather get Emmett Johnson, I guess, just because bye-week conflicts, Kenneth Walker has injury history, and yeah, that's pretty cool. Anyway, quarterbacks here. Who do we have? We have Trey Tucker. I'm okay with taking Cousins, Penix. I really wanted to look for the younger guys. Pause. Jameis Winston is kind of interesting just because you know that there's going to be a decent amount of Jackson Darton on the field. Where is the Cade Klubnik? Is going to be my second. I think that you have he has so much potential. You have a really interesting Jets team. This pick generally doesn't matter. And like, this team is so good. It is so good that I am okay with throwing away my final pick here on a dude who will probably play a total of 3 snaps all season, but Kayshon Boutte is always really interesting down here just because he's deep down field. Boutte wide open upside, but yeah, as expected, no one takes our guy. We're gonna take him, and people are gonna be like, whoa, here's a guy. But yep, super interesting. Got everything you needed. Elijah Surratt. Jordan James. We're not going to get into another draft here. I have officially updated the stream title. I love this team. I love this team from basically top to the 17th pick. So much that I was willing to just waste my 18th pick. And say, fuck it, what if he plays? We don't have any joining here, but there's a good chance that something happens to Gino here. And we see someone here make the same decision, taking Justin Fields on their Patrick Mahomes team. So, hey, pretty interesting. I think that if Mahomes plays week 1, then that is a horrible pick because I don't think Mahomes gets injured again. But, yeah, it's just 9 receivers. He's just going to take a running back or tight end. He's going to take a tight end. He's going to take a tight end. Those are 2 shitty tight ends. Alright. Always click on that. Always mean to do that, but I never do it. I'm thinking I might just do a bunch of like quizzes on stream so y'all know I'm not cheating. And then just, you know, live. But hopefully tonight is the last night we're doing this. Our last team got ruined by DeMar DeRozan. More likely Paolo, but fuck DeMar. We need Will. Just end it for me early. Let me go to sleep. We get Stephon Marbury. Where we can get more block. Oh, Sean Marion. Sean Marion gives you so much upside everywhere else that I'm okay with taking him here. See what I meant about the blocks thing? Now we can get a real... Ooh. If we put him here... Did Melo really only average 24.7? Melo's numbers are not good enough for me to take him here. I'm going to go for a Bob McAdoo, where we get a little bit of everything other than the assists. We're going to go for the crazy assist numbers here, where we're going to get Curry. And Curry's not crazy enough, and he doesn't score enough points. Oh, we might have gone screwed. I need, like, John Stockton. Let's try a different team. The Clippers. And we just get hella points and nothing else here. We just lose out on assists. Everything else about this team is so good. I sacrificed assists to have 1,000,000 rebounds. Scoring wasn't the greatest, and that's because we have... But we have a 30-point world be free. That's pretty interesting how that team grades out. But let's see what happens here. So we go into attempt number 66, and we get Jason Richardson. Yeah, I'm sorry about the background noise. I can't do anything about that. Oh, we got the Hornets. We're going to skip. Oh, Stephon Marbury. We saw that Sean Marion is kind of worth it, even though he goes under 20 points per game. And Cade is not good enough. Jalen Duren just averaged negative points. So we go for a different Pistons team. Bob Lanier. And yeah, no one else comes close. This dude is fucking insane. Oh my god. 2.2 blocks per game. Elvin Hayes was better. Dodged a bullet, but we have no scoring. I need fucking... AI is pretty good there for scoring, and then we need more scoring and more assists. We don't get the scoring here. We don't get the scoring. Yeah, 111 points per game. Everything else is pretty phenomenal. But that was pretty obvious, if I do say so myself. We're on attempt number 67. Please let this be it. I'll show it to my brother, and he'll be super happy. Take Patrick Ewing. That's not really a discussion. Bernard King gets you there scoring-wise. I'm not a fan of the Knicks. Oh, this is the Wizards. I would like another team, please. Atlanta, you get Dominique Wilkins, who at least gets you more scoring and more rebounding and some steals. I think overall that's just a better pick. We're going to get Kareem here. So we need assists. Let me look at the assist leaders. Bob Cousy at 8. I think we can get a better era of assist leaders here. Rajon Rondo plays in this era. Ew. We're just going to have to take Paul Pierce and hope that we get a good assist. Walt Frazier. Walt Frazier is our best option. That's pretty bad. Again, we hit everything but the assists. So assists are way harder to get than rebounds because back in the day, these big men just got rebounds for anything. This is before the rebounding guard, so. Are we serious? Give me a different era. Give me Giannis. That's nobody. Vin Baker is alright here, but no one stands out to be anything special. So we're just going to use double reroll. We're going to get Barkley. If we win off a Barkley team, I'm going to be like, yeah, you're right. All the women in San Antonio are huge. Elgin Baylor. Knicks. Old Knicks players. Oh, one of the guys who looks the best here we can't take, but we're going to take Willis Reed and hope that we can get some points here. We don't get any points. We don't get anything. Yeah, this run's dead with Brandon Roy. We can't even take Dirk. We're going to take Jason Terry and get a 64 win team. So we're on to 69. Nice. Elvin Hayes is an amazing pickup. So... 1973-74 season. So he played in these seasons at tail end of his prime. This is honestly super useful though. Bird. Bird gives you a little bit of everything, so I'm okay with that. This has got to be... Oh, is it Elgin Baylor? So we can move... Oh, wait, hold on. Do I take this Wilt? and never worry about rebounding again? Yeah, because the points per game that you're losing out on when we're already ahead on rebounding, I'm going to take the points. I'm going to take the points. Is that a stupid decision? That might be. Tom Chambers doesn't work here, so we're just going to take a different team and hopefully get Jordan. And we don't. When the fuck did the Big O play? He has so many more assists. We're going to take Danny Ainge. Get the scoring up. Give me a different era and hopefully give me Damian Lillard. Oof. We're going to take Kelvin. Somehow almost a 70 win team. That is how insane that build was, but we're going to take not the best Embiid that you can have, but Embiid is Embiid. We're going to take... Yeah, not even close. We can put him at the small forward position, too. We're going to go for a different era with the Warriors, because you can have Wilt, or you can have this monster, Stephen Curry. Give me Jordan. I don't even care. Brooklyn? Decision time. Kevin Garnett gets you blocks. Joel Embiid gets you blocks. We got 22, 24. We don't have crazy scoring to like go down to Derek Coleman levels for rebounds when we can use the assists a little bit more. And I think we have an era switch where we get the 90s. We don't. But KG can play the 4 and we get Dominique. Really? I like this team. I guess the defense isn't that great. And we're not... Curry doesn't help us here. I guess you need at least 3 people with average of 1 block a game. If you're not going to get one of those crazy 3 blocks a game guys. So... yeah. Let's keep it chugging. We're on 71. I'm just gonna reload my Twitter feed because I keep seeing the same thing. We got Wemby. 3.5 blocks per game. There's no debate. Oh my god. Wemby plays 4. He's played 4 when Cornette is out there. AI? Oh, we get Chuck. Ja Morant really sold us, huh? Wow. I finally get him and I don't even get a chance to use him. I'm so sad. I'm so distraught. It'd be crazy if we get it on 82. Not manifesting that, because that means I need to do this one more time, but... let's see. Ray Allen is just simply not good enough. This is the Milwaukee Bucks, so we're going to go for a different era. We're gonna get. Oh no, we don't want to get Giannis. Give me a different team. Bad gamble. Don't gamble, kids. I think we're just gonna go for the all-around that you get in DeRozan and the mobility, where you can only put T-Mac at 2 positions, but you can put DeRozan at so many. We're gonna take the boner. He just has so many other stats other than the 2 points that he's missing. Warriors in the 80s, and I can't even switch. And that guy's not good enough for me to do that. And we're gonna need Wilt to even get 70 wins here. We're gonna take Pascal Siakam and get fucking, 64 wins. 73, like the Warriors. Holy fuck, Boogie Cousins is broken. Holy fuck. So we got the backcourt that literally existed, by the way. Billy Cunningham. Alright, can we get Julius Irving? We have so many that I'm going to take Julius Irving. He also can play it too, which makes it a little bit more versatile here. We're going to take a different team than the Brooklyn Nets. Orlando. Do I reroll the era and try to salvage here? T-Mac's not here yet. Give me T-Mac. T-Mac. Oh my god. And we just need a good point guard. Don't fail me. I'm so sad. Kevin Ramsey, welcome to the squad. 70 and 12. Look at that fall off from grace. Oh my god. We had it. We had it on 73. On run 73. Like the Warriors 73 and 9. We were about to complete it. Yeah, I gotta reroll. See, Donovan Mitchell scores over 25 points per game, so I can take that. We're gonna go for another air and hope that we get Jordan, and if not, we're just gonna reroll. Yeah, we're just gonna restart and put up a new attempt here. Go to 75. It's not enough points. If there's more here, he has enough defense and he can play the 2. Because you get the points back here. I'm going to take Chuck because he can play the 3, and we can get those numbers with any old center. We can put Vince at the 4, put AI at the 2, and get the Big O, who is literally a cheat code. And then we're going to re-roll our team, Pelicans, and we're going to go for a different era, which is hopefully the 20s. 10s, or yeah, it's even better. 2.4 blocks per game. It's gotta be it. Wait, we got limited rebounding though. Oh my god. The Big O, prime Iverson, prime Barkley, Vince Carter. That's really gonna come back and bite me. But I mean, I have to use both my rerolls to even get DeMarcus Cousins, so I mean, I wouldn't have gone there then. What are we up to? 76? 76. Bad year. good year. Shout out, Giannis. Go wherever I put you. We're going to put you at the point guard for now so that we can take Wilkins. These numbers are pretty shit now that I look at them. I think I started off this series glazing it, but now that I'm out of respins, I have to take this, and this is super sad because I'm super limited now. I have to take Pistol Pete. Not that good. I can take a point guard or center. Gail Goodrich is my best. Ooh, what the fuck is that? Because I could do this and do that. Nope. Nope. No. Yeah, that was unfortunate. 77 like I'm Luca. I think we'll hit 82, and then after that we'll just call it a day. I hate having to choose DeMar. He's a scorer in this one, so it's okay. Like, just give me Philly. Oh yeah, that's what I want. That's what I want. Hold on. Oh my god, am I gonna have another Wilt Chamberlain team ruined by DeMar? Oh, no. I hate DeMar, but Kelly Tripucka is worse. Ew. I don't get this Hornet spin. It's the blocks. This is so stupid, dude. There's no way. There is no way I don't complete the Wilt Chamberlain team. Pistol Pete. I don't like it. Gotta respin era. Then gotta respin the team. You're telling me you only play 2? Both of you, what the fuck? What a cat, though. There's gotta be... Oh, it's Shaq. I'm so sad. I got point guard or small forward. I take Kevin Garnett, and it's gonna be cooked. 78-4. Not really as good. And you got multiple 80-2s. I feel like I've gotten Dominique Wilkins every other time. That's it? Points are shit. He's not an auto-click in that scenario. Oh my god, I hate this guy. And he's not even good right now. Can I take... The points per game drop-off is a little steep. Need it, got everything you need it. I need Jordan here. Yeah, it's over. Get 2 of the 90s Atlanta Hawks. Yeah, it's over. I don't really care that I got Anthony Simons at the end there. Because what am I going to do anyway? Dwight Howard. 2.5 blocks a game. Come on now. Clippers. Elton Brand. 2.2 blocks per game. So we have elite rebounding, elite blocking. We need points. We got points. We have some assists in there too, but we got points. We don't have the mobility here to reroll era, so I'm just going to reroll team. Stocks are exactly the same. More assists, more rebounds. Less points. We need the points more right now. Philly 70s, Julius Irving. You're telling me that Melo never played the 2? I guess we're gonna go for another era, but I don't think we find anything better. Yeah. Everything you needed, goddamn my feeling. David Thompson, father of Clay. George McGinnis, like the beer. Kareem, thank God. You can get worse, is my only thing. And this is a pretty good shooting guard in Marquez Johnson. And we're going to take another error roll here for the Chicago Bulls, who's going to give me Jordan. So I made the right decision. Just give me a point guard, please. Give me Curry. Mitch Richmond. Danny Ainge. Danny fucking Ainge, dude. I have a team with this 18-point per game score, Danny Ainge. And it wins 76 games because I have Jordan, Marquez Johnson, George McGinnis, and Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. 2 names I barely even have heard of. And Danny Ainge. Miss me with that. Oh, it's over. It's over. Adrian Dantley is at least interesting, but we've used both their spins. Oh, no Kawhi. No Kawhi makes this uninteresting. This game's over. This run's over. Jalen Rose, welcome to the squad. You can play whatever you like. Houston 2010s will take James Harden, which will probably do nothing because this team sucks so hard. And is there... There's no way that we could do it, right? Yeah, we'll just take this guy. We went to 82. We couldn't do it. We're at 83, and we're going to call it after this. Al Jeffrey. Ooh, I just want a different team. This feels like that, but I just can't respin the Kings. They're not good enough. I can get Big O, but that's my best shot. I guess I should be. I'm gonna be pretty mad, I guess, but yeah, this is just reroll central. We're just gonna do one last real run where I can go all the way. Pause, and we'll see what happens there. Give me anything after the 2000s. I said after read. Gary Payton only averaged 1.7 steals a game. Call this dude the glove. I mean, at least Spencer Haywood is fucking reasonable. Oh my god, to see a team fall from grace. Charlotte, yeah. I'm just redoing this because that's not even worth it. That's not worth it at all. We're up to 85. We're gonna hit 100. There's a lot less teams that I'm excited about than I realized. We're gonna take Kevin Garnett. We don't have an era swap anymore. I don't even want to play with Zach LaVine on my team. It's not winnable with Zach LaVine on the team. You can always get a different era. You can always get a different team. So I was supposed to stop at 82, but Jordan, this is the run. This is our final run of the day, of the night. Whoa, Truck Robinson. We make up for the scoring that Truck Robinson loses us. We need assists. Chauncey. We're gonna take Grant Hill. I don't even know who that is. Alright, thank you for joining me on the stream. We're gonna be hitting attempt number 90? 88 next time. That's not even that bad.